And I'm going to break this down so y'all can understand it in a way that you can get it in today's terminology and today's word. Horror culture is talking about plants and things of that nature, taking care of being in a garden. But what you have to understand that there's a difference between cutting something and pruning. So cutting a plant or pruning a plant, there's two different things. So I've learned, and I thought that for years, that through love, this is how you can grow a connection with somebody. You grow closer together with a connection with love. Studying and seeing the trials and tribulations of the word and the things that happen in the word, I found out it was totally opposite. And what I mean by that is the reason why I'm naming this painful connections. It's through pain that we get drawn closer together. It's through the pain of the loss of loved ones that we end up getting drawn closer together from other loved ones that we haven't seen in a while, that we have no connection to, that all of a sudden we come together because of something of a common cause. It's pain like when we go to our own community of the African Americans, where we have the system or the police brutality. Now we have mothers and fathers that's close together, and they're drawing a connection because their son or their daughter has been killed because of violence. There's a thing where there's the MADD syndrome, which is the MADD, the Mothers Against Drunk Driving, where they come together because their child, their daughter or their son have been killed from a drunk driver. So now you have these mothers that's together that form a union, that have a connection, that don't know each other, where they never met each other. But it's because of this pain. It's because of when things go bad in your relationship, things go bad in your marriage, or some situation, crisis happen in your marriage, that you and your spouse draw closer together. And I've learned that it's more than just love, it's pain that brings you closer together. You can watch a movie and you see the movie and the protagonist is the main character in the movie, and he meets a love interest, and even though he's not in love with the person, you know, he's helping them get away from the villain or the antagonist. But what happens in return is that since they go through all this situation, all this drama, being shot at, all these high-speed chases, everybody trying to stop them from doing what they got to do, going from point A to point B, then at the end of the movie you see that they end up kissing, or you see that he grows an interest for the person because he has a connection through the pain, through the trials, through the tribulations. And I can give you this in scripture where it's 1 Peter 5:10 says that if we suffer for a little while, God will establish us. So I'm learning that there's stages that we're in that it has to do with suffering that brings us closer together. It really got to me and really got my spirit, because we have been tied to so many different people that's really not supposed to be connected to us. And when we're connected to these people, they're stopping our growth. So what I see in the word, and going back to horror culture, when the gardener comes and sees that there's something growing, as in the wheat and the tares growing together, he has to cut it, but he doesn't cut it to destroy it. He cuts it so it can make it better. So though you are doing everything God has told you to do, though you're moving how God has told you to move, you see now still, God, why am I still being chastised? Why am I still being broke down? Why am I still being stopped? I'm doing everything that you're telling me to do, but I see that the other person is getting further than me and I'm not making it. And it feels like you're not on my side. And I'm looking in scripture and realizing the vine dresser, he sees that you're bearing fruit, but the gardener or the husbandman, as it says in the King James Version, he has to prune you because he wants to either change you or train you.